the exceptional things about the American assembly process is that it brings together people from different communities. It isn't just the usual suspects of those who've studied international affairs professionally or served in government, for example. It aims to bring together people from communities such as the private sector, the venture capitalist who's working in China perhaps, or someone from the field of biotechnology, someone from journalism, in the same room with those people who focus on international affairs professionally for a development of kind of new ideas and new perspectives. And one of the things I'm really optimistic about is the bringing into this cauldron of new ideas insights from the private sector. Because if you look at the world around us, and not just in the United States, but internationally, the forces that are really shaping the world, oftentimes, that touch people's everyday life, are those of the private sector. When we look at the kind of macroeconomic trends, the developments in China and India, it's really the development of new networks, new chains of communication that are tied to individual initiative that are driving economic growth. And the projections are that there will literally be hundreds of millions of new people entering a middle class in Asia, in India and China in particular, in the next 10 years. Of course, this doesn't mitigate the challenges of those who are left behind, and that's one of the things that I think the American assembly process is going to focus on in the next generation project. But focusing on the private sector and what perspectives they can bring to bear on these issues, I think is going to be very important. For example, in the private sector, there's been really revolutions in basic management of organizations that potentially could be applicable to those in the public sector as well. One example I remember very starkly from my own private sector experience is being in a supermarket in Manchester, England, and seeing the way Tesco supermarkets actually does performance management, where they have literally tracking the customer service wait time of each cashier is done in real time, and whenever there's a delay, the manager of the store has real-time indicators of that and can put extra resources to ensure the proper customer service experience. But it isn't just at the store level. These are then monitored at the regional level and at the corporate level. And so what this one example shows is that through the development of new information technologies, it allows new forms of scientific management of organizations to perfect and drive forward new kinds of productivity. And so the question that I think many of us have, especially coming out of the first session at the University of Texas and at the LBJ Library, is what are the insights and potential benefits of perspectives derived from the private sector, and how can they be used to tackle some of the challenges and seize some of the opportunities that we see in international affairs in the 21st century?